All right, today we're gonna review the Subaru Forester Touring Edition, which is top of the line. This car is excellent. Once you, looks good from the outside, looks even better from the inside. So I'm gonna take you around. We'll start with the outside and go inside. So this is the Touring Edition, which is the top of the line. And you can see all the bells and whistles even on the outside. It's got the fog lights. The bezels are chrome. They're actually really cool. They're kind of have extra highlights in there. It has the 18-inch alloy wheels, which are really nice. I kind of like the design of them. It's a little different than what we see on other vehicles. It's kind of got the 5-spoke design, which I like. It's got the rocker molding cladding, which is also really cool. It's good for stone impingement and whatnot. One thing you'll really get impressed with, definitely a classic design. Here's a side view of it. It's actually bigger than it reads in the dimensions when you're looking at vehicles. This is definitely grown in size from the first Foresters. It is also seems like it sits a little higher, which is really nice. This is where I think the vehicle really shines. I mean, it's super plush inside. It's got the leather. I'm in the back. I'm just kind of getting a good view of everything here. But it looks completely loaded out. The leather seats are freaking beautiful. And the color combination is very nice. This car has 11,000 miles on it, but it still feels like it's new. Take a good look at the leather in the sun. The only thing I wish it came with is better floor mats. These are the OEM supplied floor mats, but I wish it came with the upgraded plastic or rubber wheel liners. But since I'm in the back, let me do a quick review of it. So there's things you're going to notice and things you might not notice comparing it to other vehicles. For instance, this has double pockets, and they're very nice, and they're in both doors. Or I'm sorry, they're in both seats. So a lot of vehicles, they won't put it in this seat and they'll put it in this seat only. So it's a nice thing to have. The other thing you're going to notice is it's got your charging ports, 2 of them. It's got the heated seats, and it's got the vents. So that's as good as you're going to get in the back seat of a vehicle, which is really, really good. Some vehicles, they'll give you the one of the 3 things. So having all 3 is super nice. The other thing you'll notice is there's really almost no hump in the middle. So if you had to fit 5 passengers in here, you're not going to have too much of a problem. There's plenty of leg room. So in fact, if you look at where I'm at right now, you can see I have so much leg room here. And my seat is fit for 5'10". So the back seat is quite large. Cool feature if I go up is the panoramic sunroof or moonroof. And the cool thing about it is when I come over here, a lot of times they skive this portion way back and you lose your headspace. So if you're in the passenger seat, but when I scroll up, you'll see you have tons of headroom still here. So it's very impressive that how they were able to put such a large panoramic roof in here without taking away the headroom. So going into the front, which is even more beautiful. One thing, when you look at this vehicle, you look at these seats and they look like they're tiny. It's probably hard to see here, but they're very skived. They're very skived, so you have all these bolsters built in, but they're actually quite comfortable. Probably for an average size person, maybe if you're a little bigger, it might be kind of tight. But like if I come here, you can kind of see that the bolsters are right against my leg. So it gives you kind of a snug feeling, but I suppose if you're a larger person, that might be a problem. But let me just breeze through some of the features. You probably already expect or know what's in here, but got your heated seats. Your pretty standard for Subaru. Subaru's awesome at 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles. They're in my opinion, the industry leader on it because they've been doing it for so long and on every vehicle. But the main takeaway here is how well they executed the interior. It actually looks super high tech with all the features, and I'll go through the screen in a minute. But one thing I like about it, they have an AC button, a max AC, a fan. Every control here, you do not have to go to your screen here to find it. So if you go to say a Honda Odyssey, you're gonna have to scroll through your screen to turn on a lot of your rear vent system, or turn off a certain feature like AC. Here you can just push the button. So it's set up really nice, and the buttons are very large and easy to grab, which is also another great point. So I'm not going to go through every feature on this vehicle, but I just want to give you kind of a broad overview of what it looks like. And obviously it's really loaded out, but even this display looks so sharp and so clean. So if I just go to like My Subaru, you have features like make an appointment, roadside assistance, and it'll link you to wherever, whatever one you needed to get to. Settings is also really cool. You can go to your driver profile and all the great stuff that comes with. Most vehicles have this now, so I really don't want to spend a lot of time on that. What's really cool is they have the on the left they have the acceleration, in the middle they have the EyeSight technology, which is awesome because this car will tell you, it actually looks at your eyes, and if you take your eyes off the road for too long, it'll sense that and it'll tell you, it'll give you an alert to put your eyes back on the road. So it's actually more than just that passive safety. It has that I call it like an extra passive safety. Instead of just watching the vehicles on the road, it's also watching what you're doing inside the vehicle, which is really cool. And then finally, it's got the cool angle. It tells you what kind of angle your vehicle's on. Right now we're on a 2%, I guess that'd be a 2% grade. And then the other thing that I really like is the simplicity of the readout here. On the left you have your tachometer, and then on the right you have your speed. And it's an analog type setup, which makes it a heck of a lot easier to read. You don't have to worry about any failures of I don't know, losing any of that technology if a battery went out or whatever. So this is pretty standard, but it's very, very clean and well done. And then over here, this is cool. You have your lift gate, but you also can change the memory of how high it opens, which is really cool feature. Then the door is pretty standard. Like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time on stuff we all know about, but you know, it's got your window locks, your door locks, and then it's got your seat memory there. So if you have remote number, you can when you go in and you save your setting for remote number 1 for seat number 1, when you come in, it'll change it to your setting. Say someone had a different setting at number 2, then it would change it back when the number 2 person hits it. So real quick, it's got okay cup holders. I prefer the cup holders to be further up, but it's a little tight, but it's not bad. And then they give you the standard bucket center console, which I'm not really that excited about. Some vehicles will put a tray here that you can remove, so I'm a little disappointed with the center console. But then again, I mean, the vehicle itself is not a huge vehicle, so they had to cut corners where they needed to. I wouldn't even call it cut corners, but they did what they needed to do. But there's a shot of the back seat, and then the cargo area.